Hello, my name is Philip. I'm from Poland. I'm a VFX supervisor. I make computer effects for movies and TV series.
Salut, je m'appelle Tony, j'habite en France.
Hello Revopoint community, I'm Gary, I'm from the United Kingdom and I have over 20 years of design engineering experience.
Hello Revopoint community, my name is Ivan and I'm from Switzerland.
I have been using 3D graphics for 20 years. I have been using 3D scanned objects for almost 10, 15. I didn't use 3D scanners per se because they were very expensive and there were dedicated people and companies on our productions that did this. So when I saw that Revopoint was releasing, it was Pop 2 at that time on Kickstarter, I decided that it was time to try to get my own 3D scanner and see if it would fit my workflow.
My first Kickstarter was for the Revopoint Pop 2, and it was not only my first scanner that I looked to purchase, but it was almost my first experience on Kickstarter.
My journey with Revopoint started in late 2020 when I backed their first Kickstarter campaign for the first Pop 3D scanner. Since then I've been a loyal supporter and have also added the Pop 2, the Mini, the Range, the MetroX to my collection and all through the Kickstarter.
En fait, il y a un an, j'ai cherché un scanner pour pouvoir scanner un scooter entier, pièce par pièce, pour pouvoir ensuite le modéliser comme ça. Donc j'ai cherché sur le web, je suis tombé sur la marque Revopoint, qui proposait pas mal de scanners déjà, mais moi ma priorité c'était surtout de pouvoir scanner en totale autonomie, sans PC, sans téléphone, de pouvoir prendre mon scanner, aller n'importe où pour pouvoir scanner des pièces. Et je suis tombé sur la campagne Kickstarter qui proposait le Miracle Revopoint, donc celui-là. Donc j'ai regardé des vidéos sur YouTube, j'ai trouvé ça super sympa et j'ai dit je vais soutenir le projet. Donc c'était parti pour l'aventure.
The Pop 2 was my first scanner from Revopoint, and it really introduced me to the world of making 3D scans myself without any cumbersome devices and equipment that I saw the professional teams use on set. And it showed me that it's actually possible to have a compact device that will help me create assets for my project.
Before making the decision to back Revopoint on the Kickstarter, I had a look through YouTube to see what information I could find, and there were a lot of prototype reviews on there, so pre-Kickstarter reviews, which I found very interesting. That then led me on to reading press articles about the Revopoint scanners. Unfortunately, in doing this, I took a little bit too long and I missed out on the super early bird offer that was on Kickstarter. This just meant I didn't get it at the cheapest rate possible, but I was still happy with how much I spent. I was really nervous backing my first Kickstarter campaign, but fortunately for me, everything went really smoothly. Revopoint kept the communication through every stage of the process.
I discovered Revopoint when I was constantly searching for 3D scanner projects on Kickstarter. I was looking for an affordable yet capable 3D scanner for my private uses. Honestly, Revopoint's campaign was the only one that convinced me back then. And ever since, in my opinion, they have always delivered, both in terms of product quality and their service. They have built up a reputation as an innovative and reliable manufacturer of affordable 3D scanners in recent years. That's why I'm looking forward to every new 3D scanner from Revopoint.
Miracle basically was the ideal scanner for me, but because from then on I was not only able to do scanning for myself and for all our needs at the studio, but I was actually able to scan things on set, which came really useful during this year because we have a project where we will have to do serious augmentations to actors' faces. They do have some makeup and prosthetic work on set, but we will have to augment it a lot, and that usually means we have to track the motion of the head of the actor extremely precisely. It's a difficult task. It's possible to do without any help, but it takes a lot of time. And one thing that really helps with this problem is having a dimension perfect model of the actor's face. This was usually not really possible. We used to make face scans from photogrammetry, but they don't come out really clean, and after we clean them up, they're no longer precise. So the level of trust between the program and us is not that high. With Miraco, the entire scan takes around 20 seconds. Without post-production, after 20 seconds I can see the point cloud, but I can already tell if it's scanned well or not. So if it's 20 seconds, I literally do this with the actor between shots. He ends one shot, goes to sit down and have a little breather. I ask him to not move and not blink for 20 seconds, scan his face, and we're done. And that's all the work that's required for the scan. And the scanned faces are really perfect. We can actually see the skin pores on the faces. We usually have to simplify the mesh so it's smaller and tracks faster. So yeah, that's a workflow that was never possible before Miraco. The ease of use on the Miraco and the point and shoot nature is something unimaginable even 2 years ago. There's really no comparing it to anything else. It's like a point and shoot camera, but it outputs 3D models. So like I said, scanning faces of actors on set while they're shooting their shots is something no one would ever believe me would be possible, and that's what I've been doing this year.
Une fois le scanner arrivé à la maison, pour moi c'était mon tout premier scanner. Donc je l'ai pris en main. Le menu était super simple. Pour moi, j'ai commencé à faire des pièces basiques telles que la tête, ces petits bonhommes. Ça c'est super bien fait. Ensuite, j'ai décidé de passer à mon plus gros projet, donc le scooter taille réelle. Donc j'ai commencé par des pièces simples, le siège que j'ai fait en single shoot. Le cadre, une pièce qui commence à être vraiment beaucoup plus technique. Donc j'ai fait avec un trépied en faisant des photos single shoot. Et je suis arrivé à un résultat assez convaincant. Donc à partir de là, plus aucune limite pour moi. J'ai commencé à scanner beaucoup de pièces, des carters moteurs, des carburateurs. Et petit à petit, je les ai assemblés pour voir si c'était possible et tout s'est bien passé. Bon, après, tout ce que je peux dire sur le Miraco, c'est que son point fort, c'est son côté nomade. On peut l'emmener partout. Il est polyvalent. Il peut faire des grandes, des moyennes, des petites pièces. Donc, il n'y a aucune limite à la créativité. Ben voilà, pour moi, avec le Miraco, l'aventure ne fait que commencer. On va pouvoir s'amuser, scanner et j'espère continuer une très belle aventure.
Shortly after purchasing the range, an opportunity came up to do what I consider to be one of my most enjoyable projects as yet, and that was for an air intake for a V6 engine. Hopefully you can see the scan of the engine here. This is the completed scan, and over to this side you can see that there's the scan data, throttle bodies, injector rail, there's even a little injector in there, and then the inlet manifold is what I was able to design from those scans.
Thanks to Revopoint scanners, I've been able to complete projects that otherwise would have been impossible. From scanning the loved ones, to digitizing valuable objects that I wanted to preserve, to repair, or to customize digitally, and even for professional dental applications. One memorable project was scanning a PlayStation VR 2 controller, which I shared with others on printables, and it was used in many other projects since then. This sense of community and sharing has always been something I've enjoyed.
I definitely recommend Revopoint, as they have proved themselves time and again that they are reliable and you can back the Kickstarter campaigns, and they will do their very best to develop the product during that campaign and gather feedback from their beta testers. They also take a lot of feedback from the community to ensure that the customers receive what the customers want.
Yes, I would definitely recommend Revopoint because they've proven since their first Kickstarter campaign that they are a professional company with great products at even better prices. I've always been impressed with their high quality at affordable rates. What's more, I don't know any other company that cares this much about their backers and customers, from excellent service regarding troubleshooting after receiving the 3D scanner to consistently implementing user feedback and requests.
Just probably subscribe to their newsletter and keep an eye open on new Kickstarter campaigns.
If you want the best value for money on Kickstarter, get in there early. Do all your research in plenty of time, take a look on socials, have a look on YouTube, read reviews, but make sure you're waiting there to hit the button when they launch the campaign, and you will get the best value possible. Don't be too quick though, because I want to make sure I get mine.